Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day, at least for PC players. Delta Force is releasing today, December 4th at 7 p.m. EST. The question is, does this game have what it takes to become the next big game? And if it doesn't, the question is, what does? Because I genuinely feel as though this game is giving itself one hell of a shot. Hello and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and well, I believe today might be the last time I ever played Battlefield 2042. I can't say that I really feel anything. For me, Battlefield 2042 was ultimately just a massive waste of time and one of the most unenjoyable experiences I've ever subjected myself to, and I'm just glad it's over and we can open this new chapter with Delta Force. Before we get into the main portion of the video, I want to point out that I will be playing a tournament in Delta Force against Scump, Nadeshot, Landmark, Tens, and other incredibly well-known content creators and professional players. This is happening on December 5th at 2 p.m. EST, which is 11 a.m. PST. Again, that is December 5th, which if you're watching on the day this video was uploaded, that is tomorrow. So come by the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna put these COD pros in the ground. Now, on a serious note, I'm really excited for the tournament. Come by twitch.tv/enders, or it will be on this YouTube channel as well. So with the path clear for Delta Force, does the game have a chance? Can it stand up to people's expectations? Will it hold an audience? Will people enjoy the game? In my personal opinion, I think the game does have a very good chance, but there are some issues that I do want to address up front. First of all, the console version of the game is releasing after the PC version. I've already seen many people complain about this, even though Delta Force has been extremely transparent and has repeated the fact that the console version will be coming out sometime in Q1 2025. People are already starting to get impatient and they want a date for the release, and I can completely understand that. And in a way, it is almost like Delta Force coming out today, December 4th, it's almost like this is a soft launch. The console and the mobile launch are probably more important than the PC launch could ever be. However, on the other side of things, first impressions also matter a lot. And I think a lot of people will be getting their first impressions within the first week of Delta Force coming out on PC, so we'll just have to see how the game is received. Aside from the launch of the game, there are some other obvious critiques that people have. Some people just think this is a copy of Battlefield 2042. Longtime viewers of the channel will know that I have played Battlefield 2042 for pretty much, unfortunately, longer than any of you watching the video. I can confirm that it is not a copy of Battlefield 2042. Just because a game is making their own version of Battlefield doesn't mean it's the same thing as Battlefield. They're allowed to do their own take on things, right? However, Delta Force has obviously taken a lot of inspiration from modern Battlefield games, which is not very popular. But on the flip side of things, yet again, the execution and the quality of Delta Force is levels, multiple levels above anything we have received from DICE and EA with Battlefield in recent years, and from people that play the extraction shooter within Delta Force, Hazard Operations, I'm hearing that it could easily compete with Tarkov. So I think on that front, again, even though there are some things to critique, the quality kind of speaks for itself, and I think once people get their hands on the game and play it, they'll understand what I'm saying. Other than these two pretty obvious issues, I think Delta Force has done almost everything right. They are giving themselves an amazing chance at releasing an awesome game that pleases a lot of people. It's free to play. The developer communication is second to none. And speaking with the developers myself personally, I can guarantee you that these are not your average sort of corporate developers. These guys are gamers, okay? They play their game. They understand their game, and they want to deliver a good game to you. They've had frequent discussions about anti-cheat. They've detailed exactly what they're going to do. They've detailed exactly what they're going to give you in terms of content. They announced a $1 million creator incentive. So this game is likely going to be covered by a lot of people simply because they put $1 million up for grabs. From the very start of the game, they're running community-driven tournaments. It's amazing. I've never seen a game actually sort of do everything right this early. And what really impresses me is just how wide the variety is in this game. they are doing Twitch drops, they're doing tournaments, there's an extraction shooter, there's a free-to-play battlefield mode, there's a mobile version of the game, there's no pay to win, they've emphasized that many times on Twitter. Again, great communication, great quality. I just don't see how this game isn't giving itself a good chance to succeed. And then when you play the game itself, I mean, the gameplay, in my opinion, at least in the Havoc Warfare mode, speaks for itself as well. The weapon customizability is absolutely fantastic and complex. You can spend easily 40 minutes in the test range messing around with different cool builds that not only look cool, but perform well without being boring. And what I mean by that is, a lot of the times when you watch games like Call of Duty with Gunsmith, you see a lot of people running around with the same meta build on the same weapon, and it just gets boring after a while seeing the same thing. That isn't going to happen with Delta Force. All of the weapons are viable, and you can make them more than viable if you know how to build them. Then taking a look at some of the other aspects of the game, the maps I think are acceptable. I wouldn't say that they're the best maps I've ever played in my entire life, but they're certainly better than what we've been used to in recent times within Battlefield. Some areas can be obviously really rough, but I suppose that's impossible to avoid. And in a nutshell, in my opinion, Havoc Warfare feels, I don't know, exactly like Battlefield. It really does. I mean, they hit the nail on the head, and it was only a matter of time. I've been reiterating this point for a long time. If Battlefield isn't going to make a good Battlefield game, another company eventually is going to come around and make a good Battlefield game. That's just point blank, plain and simple. And Delta Force did it, right? In my opinion, they are the first to come out with a legitimate, real threat to the Battlefield franchise. And need I remind you, it's free. Yeah, the game is free. EA is going to charge you $60, $80, $120 for the next Battlefield game. And it's basically like not even 50-50 if that game is going to be good. If you were to open betting markets on whether or not the next Battlefield game is going to be good, I would be very surprised if people would bet that it is going to be good. I think people would bet against it. So with Delta Force coming out tonight, I am feeling cautiously excited. You know, I really have never been excited for, I don't know, maybe about 6 years for an FPS game coming out. This game has really forced me to be excited, which I can't believe I'm saying that because, you know, Battlefield has given me PTSD, really can't pull excitement out of me very much, but at a certain point, I just have to look at this game and be like, well, they are doing pretty much everything correct. I guess I get to enjoy something for once. Ultimately, I just hope I really enjoy the game. I hope the game generates a more positive feel, not forcing it, but it just happens as a result of it being more enjoyable, right? I want the stream to be easier for me. Streaming Battlefield has been very stressful. It can just be a very negative environment, and I've kind of gotten really tired of it. There's just really nothing positive to say about the recent games, and a lot of the times the conversations we have in the stream are just talking about how bad the game is or something along those lines. So I just hope Delta Force changes a bit of the aura, if you will, of the channel, of the Twitch stream, and of my demeanor in general. So let me know if you guys are interested in Delta Force, if you're going to try it, and let me know if you're interested in my thoughts. I'm going to have a first impressions video up really soon, guys, and obviously turn notifications on, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button on the video. I'm going to be pumping out so many videos, guys. Like, you're not ready, honestly. Settings videos, weapons videos, all the videos. So notifications on. I'm going to be your boy for Delta Force, and let's see what happens.
Exoskeleton activated! Objective Bravo 2.